Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Cooking for the Family. I'm Dyvonne and today I'm going to share with y'all my chicken and stuffing casserole. It never fails. Every year after Thanksgiving or Christmas, I always end up with this like straggler box of stuffing. And so I started making this casserole a while back. It comes out good. I get to use the stuffing and not have to look at it. This is the box of stuffing the whole year in the cabinet, and it makes a great family casserole. So this is it, and it's really simple. So what I do is I have here, I'm mixing chicken breasts and chicken thighs, and these are boneless and skinless. And so in the description box below, I will have a list of the ingredients you need to make this wonderful chicken and stuffing casserole. But what I'm going to share with you is how I take those ingredients to put it together to make this really great dinner. And I'm using 2 chicken breasts and 3 boneless skinless thighs. Then to my pot I have about 8 cups of water. So to my pot I put 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, and then I also put a sprinkling of black pepper, and that was 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. And I also put onion. I'm using white onion, but you can use a white onion or a yellow onion. And I just put 1/3 of a piece of onion in there. And I just left the onion whole like that. So I'm going to put the top just kind of askew on my pot. I have my pot turned up to a high medium. And so we're going to let our pot go ahead and boil so our chicken becomes nice, cooked, and tender. So our chicken is looking good. It's been cooking good. It looks like it's all ready. I can tell because it's nice and firm, and you want to kind of have a little firmness to your chicken when you're picking it up. Our onions have also boiled and helped to infuse our broth that we're making. Now this broth, we're also going to be using it when we put together our casserole. Now I'm using a 10 by 15 casserole dish that I've gone ahead and buttered. Now once my chicken is ready, I go ahead and I shred it to nice like bite-sized pieces. And like I said, I was using a mixture of the chicken breast and boneless skinless thighs as well, but you can just use all breast if you like. Now in the description box below, I will have that notated as to if you want to use just all breast or if you want to use all thighs, but I like to use a mixture of the thighs as well as the breast. If you are new to my channel, welcome in, and if you're a returner, welcome back. My name is Dyvonne, and on my channel, I share with you what I like to cook and bake for my family in my kitchen. I enjoy sharing what my mom and my aunties, her sisters made when we were growing up. In our family, we have a very large family, and so I enjoy sharing that with all of you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, so I invite you to subscribe. Enjoy some of my recipes and some of my content. So I'm using a 12-ounce bag of broccoli florets, and it was the steam bag, and so I didn't steam it for the full time because our broccoli is going to finish cooking in our casserole. But I don't want to put my broccoli in where it's like frozen or ice cold. So you want to steam it for half the time that the bag says. I'm going to use 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, and this is the condensed soup, and we're going to be using 2 cans of this. This casserole is going to be enough to feed 8 people very easily. So this is a great casserole if you're going to have over company, or if you're going to be going and gathering, having a family gathering. This is a great casserole for that. Now, if you're just going to be making it for about 4 to 6 people, then what you could do is you can have the recipe and you want to use a 13 by 9 casserole dish. Next in my bowl, I'm going to put 1 cup of mayonnaise. The mayonnaise is going to help our casserole be nice and creamy. And so go ahead and mix the 2 cans of the condensed chicken soup as well as the 1 cup of mayonnaise. Want to make sure that you blend it really well so everything is nice and cohesive and you don't have any streaks. Now once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and layer my soup cream mixture right on top of the chicken and the broccoli. Now to note, if you want to take all of the chicken and the broccoli and the cream mixture, the soup cream mixture, and mix it all together in the bowl and then add it to the casserole, you can do it like that. I've done it like that before in the past as well. So either one you can do with that. Then I'm going to add my 1 box of 12 ounce. This is a 12-ounce box, and I'm using the cornbread one. That's the one that I always use when I make my dressing for the holidays. But if you have the traditional one, that's fine too. And I have here some parsley. I'm using dried parsley. And I'm just going to put in a tablespoon of dried parsley, to the cornbread stuffing mix. Then I'm going to add in our melted butter. I'm using 1 stick of melted butter. And with the butter, you want to make sure that it's slightly cool before you add it to the bowl with your parsley and your stuffing. Now, you can use either salted or unsalted butter. I'm using the salted butter, and then sometimes I've used unsalted butter. So either one is going to work just fine. I mix the butter and blend it around to the stuffing, and then I'm going to add 1 cup of the broth that we made. The chicken, how it was boiling with the onion, we add 1 cup of that broth. And so just go ahead and mix. Now we're going to add 1 cup, and we're going to just moisten all of the stuffing, and we're just going to use 1 cup for right now, so that way it's going to be easy for us to spread it into our casserole dish. Now, something that I realized that I did not do that I want to share with you, and I'll share with you when we get to that point. And it's very interesting because I'm watching my 2-year-old little nephew as I'm making dinner. And so I'm watching my 2-year-old little nephew, and let me tell you, watching a 2-year-old while you're baking, and I wanted to share this dinner with y'all, yeah, it was something else. So anyway, so I mixed just the 1 cup, and then we're going to spread our mixture on top of the casserole, and you want to make sure we're going to spread it all over. Now while I'm doing this, I put my oven is at 375 degrees. And so once I have the cornbread mixture on top of the casserole, go ahead and spread it out just like that. Just kind of spread it out from end to end. That's what you want to do, just like that. Now something else that you wanted to do that you don't see me doing, that I forgot to do as I was watching my nephew, is that I sprinkle a little bit of the parsley on top. Then what you want to do is use 3 more cups of the broth. And then what I would do is I take that's probably why I grabbed the cup, because I was going to do that and got a little distracted with my little nephew. I was watching him. But 3 cups of that broth, I then pour the broth on top of the casserole once I've assembled it all together. Then I've covered it with foil. Then you bake it in the oven for 1 hour. Then I take the foil off. When I take the foil off, now we're going to put our casserole back in the oven for another 30 minutes, so that way it can finish just getting nice and brown and crispy on top. What that 3 cups of the broth does, it helps the stuffing to become nice and moist and fluffy. And so it's easier for that to happen if you first put it on dry. And so when I cut into the casserole, everything still came out great, but I was thinking, it's usually a little bit creamier, but it was still delicious, and we loved it. And not till I realized with watching the baby that's what had happened. So even the best of us will have a misstep in the kitchen sometimes. But what I found is that my family, they still very much so just appreciates the nice dinners that I make for them. So this is your bite right here. Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite. Y'all, the flavors are there. It came out so tasty. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try. And in the description box, I'll also put a link to my vlog on my cornbread dressing. Well, that is it for me today, y'all. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to show it some love. Give it a thumbs up and click share. Share this video with a friend or family. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.